Welcome traders. Sunday evening here, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Little market update here for you guys. Bitcoin is dumping. Okay. We just put in the weekly candle close here. We've crossed below the 50-week and the 200-week looks like. Let me just make sure that that's accurate. Yeah, so we have weekly candles below. Let's go to the BLX. BLX should have just closed a candle on the weekly. Well, it's a little delayed, but so let's go back to the Bitcoin chart here, BitMEX chart. So we bearishly engulfed all EMAs and moving averages here. Okay, so looks like we're just resting right now on some 68.50 support here. Okay, this is inherently very bearish. Our stochastic RSI is pointing down with some separation. We're sitting around 38 on the weekly RSI, which is in the bearish control zone, as you guys all know. Also, let me know if my music's too loud or not loud enough. Or, anyways. I want to thank you guys all for joining this stream this evening. I know Sundays are usually a hectic day for everybody. But I do wanted to, aside from Bitcoin here, obviously in a downtrend, we want to kind of find areas of value. If we throw on the volume profile, okay, we can kind of get a visible range here of the control zone, right? So like, it's like the edge of this high volume area is like right around that $6,400 area. Okay. Now, obviously, on the daily, our oscillators are completely oversold. We're actually making that white candle right there, right? So it wouldn't shock me if we got some sort of retest of the 20 EMA right at the heart line here on 8K. Okay, we might do something like this. We might just hang around here for a little bit and then maybe touch it, back test here, hit that 6,400 area, and then maybe make a move to the upside. Something like that is very possible because we did something similar here, right? So it would make sense to me. It would do something like that, obviously at a high volume area, right at a critical support area. Okay. Now we can go and look at this site called CoinDance, which shows the Bitcoin hash rate, and this is kind of informative to let us know, what kind of mining activity is happening right now. We got maybe some capitulation about to happen here. All this loads. We also have the bull market percentage price in USD. Obviously, we're at an all-time low here, around 6 or 7%. But every time we get to those areas, right? 7% we had a little move up, right? 7% we had a little move up. This one was as low as 4%, okay? So it's possible even we get down to like 2%, right? This was, looks like in July, right? So right after that big move we had in June. So we're just kind of resetting, right? So looking for that hash rate. Here we go. Yeah. So as you guys can see, the hash rate's kind of consistently actually increasing, right? So this is interesting. Like, despite the price of Bitcoin going down, right? So obviously there is going to be some minor capitulation. Obviously, people in the United States or wherever electric is more expensive than the return you're getting from mining Bitcoin, will be getting lots of selling happening from those individuals because it's not really profitable for them to be mining, so they're going to be taking their profits and stuff like that. So yep, that's a little analysis on Bitcoin right now. Just very bearish. Well, looks like we're getting some sort of movement right now. But let's go to the S&P. Okay. The S&P is at nearing an all-time high right now. We hit an all-time high at around 31.27 or so, but we're in this like big rising wedge pattern, okay, guys, which is inherently bearish, okay. You know, let me get this drawn out for you guys. So yeah, this is kind of what we're doing right now, okay? And we hit the top of it and kind of we're just bouncing around here. So what's our daily oscillator looking like? Well, we're still in the bullish control zone, okay, but we're making lower levels of positive momentum. All right, so if we go to like the weekly, kind of see that we got this divergence happening here, right? And our stochastic RSI is kind of topped out. We are looking like I mean, this could, yeah, I think how I had it drawn was pretty accurate, yeah. So there you go. I mean, I think we're nearing towards the top here. We nailed the 1272 fib extension, okay. However, the measured move of this double bottom was something like 3200, which would bring us right around the 1414 fib extension, okay. But again, this is the stock market, and you know, they can keep propping this thing up forever. But see how this ends up. I mean, it wouldn't shock me if we got more of a pullback here, because we did hit this fib node, right? So let's look at some wheat stocks. I know they had quite a week last week. We're gonna look at Cron real quick. So Cron on the weekly. Okay, let's look at the oscillators. Well, we're at the bottom, right? We made a double bottom down here on the RSI, and our weekly stochastic RSI is pointing up, and looks like we're coming out of, or we're still in negative momentum, but we're making lower levels of negative momentum. Okay, which could be bullish. However, so far we've tried to back test this 236 area, and we've rejected it for now. Okay, but if we kind of scroll into like a 3-day chart, you know, we can kind of see that we're in some sort of falling wedge pattern here. Obviously, it's been incessantly selling off now since March of 19. Okay, but we kind of did hold on to this area around the $7 area. We're sitting right around 7. Okay, so we're gonna see what the market brings tomorrow. Right, we did reject the 20 EMA. You see that, right? And our oscillators are still kind of in the bearish control zone, but we do have like triple MACD bullish divergence. Okay, 1, 2, 3, right? Making less negative momentum, right? We did get that initial rejection off the 20 EMA. Now, if we were to just fib just from here to this low, okay, so we're looking for areas around this 850 area. Getting back above it would be pretty key. And then we have the 50 and the 200-day moving averages right above us here as resistance for now. CGC, kind of a similar story here. All right, a huge downtrend. Kind of hit the top of the channel, wicked off, and now kind of you know, just barely holding on to the 20 EMA. It looks like on the daily. Now, I like to use the 6-hour chart because there's only 6 hours in a trading day, and on the 6-hour chart we're holding above the 20 EMA. Okay, so that's potential for a reversal. Okay, keep that in mind, guys. We might just end up consolidating here. Okay. We did get some sort of rejection, but we are holding on to some positive momentum, all right? And it looks like the RSI is trying trying to curl out here, okay? If we do that, then we're going to get back above that 20 EMA and maybe break our downtrend. So what's the weekly looking like? Well, kind of the similar story what Cron's looking like, right? Got this RSI kind of heading on up. This is definitely going to be good for a nice swing trade. If you guys don't own any Cron stock longer term, this could be a good area of value, right? We just touched or nearly touched the 382 fib extension. As you guys know, that is a potential bullish reversal area. Okay. Do we have any earnings coming up? I think earnings season is over, but there might be a couple here that we cover. How you doing, Matt? How you doing, Jackie? All right, so there is really no options volume on any of these stocks except for QD. This thing is reporting its guidance on, I guess, tomorrow. So let's take a look at that real quick. That could be a nice move based on guidance, right? So this stock, wow, this stock got annihilated, right? But what do you know? We're at a critical area of support, right? Critical area of support here. So this could get a move to the upside. We did get a significant bounce area here. Okay, so there's obviously a lot of support in this area. So take our major swing high, and we actually fib from our swing low. Okay. We could end up rounding a bottom here, right? So we could end up just chopping around here for a little bit, and then try to make a move back out. And then this would be a technical double bottom, right? But this may not be, something that you guys are looking to trade. It could be a nice move back up, though, right? Let's look at our oscillators, right? Oversold on the RSI. With stochastic RSI pointing up, and if you look left, we're at a major level of support. Okay, so this could be a nice bounce play. All right. So if you guys don't know about the buy and sell signals, SDP buy and sell signals. We do offer a free trial, 7-day free trial on those. Yes, Matt, it is. So we do offer those in our Discord channel. Make sure you guys check that out if you guys haven't done so already. We also have bots that we do have on 3 commas. You guys can check those out. STP Todd is our guy for that, and Trotter as well. So if you guys are just joining, I'm going to cover Ethereum real quick here and then get back to Bitcoin, as I know everybody wants to know about Bitcoin. So get these on Heiken Ashy candles, all right. So if we go to the weekly on Ethereum, okay, now I had drawn something here that may or may not play out. Looks very bearish right now, Ethereum. It's kind of looking similar to Bitcoin, right? Stochastics pointed out, RSI pointing down in the bearish control zone right around that 33 area on the weekly, okay? I wouldn't be shocked if we saw, we do have some volume in this 125 area, okay? There's a support area there. And then if we get down to 90 bucks, I mean, I don't even know, right? Because the measured move on this, just on this pattern, right? this does end up being a double bottom. This is a 266% move that we got. But it's not looking good, guys. We got to see if we can hold this 125 area, and if we can hold this $100 area, and then if we can hold the actual bottom, right, around 90 bucks, 80 bucks. And I know a lot of you guys were asking about our bots and how to set it up and the settings for it. We're going to be doing a static video on that for you guys, okay? So definitely stay tuned for that. In this stream, I just wanted to kind of give you guys a market update about Bitcoin, the markets, and what's to come for next week. And if you guys are just joining, make sure you guys hit that like and that bell and that sub, okay? I'm going to cover Uber. Uber was one of my call-outs last week. Now this stock is obviously really wrecked, okay? If we look at a 3-day chart, just regular candles. Look at a 3-day chart. I mean, I think I posted this as a trade setup, okay? We got back above the 20 EMA, and we touched the 50 EMA, or the 50 moving average, I believe that is. Let me just make sure that is the 50-day. I would assume that it is the 50-day. Yeah. So that's the 50-day moving average that we kind of wicked off and touched, but looks kind of like a 3-bar play, right? Let's look at our oscillators. Our oscillators are pointed up. We're still in negative momentum, but we do kind of have some divergence here, right? Some divergence here. And if you look at our oscillator, our RSI, right? We got that. You can kind of see that we got that similar stuff going on here, right? Right. So Uber, right? Just kind of wicked off this. Looks like we got a kind of a cross up on the 20 EMA. All right, we got a bullish cross there. Last time we got that, we had this little move here, but we actually might be pivoting, right? So let's fit it real quick and see what's happening here on Uber. All right, so we're just at the 236-foot extension, which is a confirmation of a local bottom, okay? Now, you don't want to cut out candle bodies when you do these parallel channels, but this to me is kind of the trend that we're in, right? I mean, if you guys look, like, not counting this stuff up here, because we're obviously in a clear downtrend on Uber. So yeah, back to Uber here. So like looks like we're gonna hold on to this 236-foot extension, see if we can get back above the 200-day moving average around that $31 area. All right, we are kind of topping out on the RSI on the daily, but we're just kind of holding on to this positive momentum, right? And we're sitting around 68 on the RSI. Stochastic RSI, yeah, just kind of sitting in the bullish control zone. Okay. Now, do we have any definitive pattern other than a downtrend here? Not so much. We could be forming, if we do kind of hang on here, we could form like an inverse head shoulders pattern, right? This being our left shoulder, this being our head here, and if we do kind of consolidate and then make a move out, we make this right shoulder, and then we kind of pop on out of here, right? So that's kind of what I'm seeing on the chart here. I'm not sure if you guys like Uber or believe in Uber, but This is just some technicals on it, all right? And the same kind of thing goes for Lyft. Its counterpart, obviously. This is another one I was looking at that was a downtrend. Slack, okay. A lot of people are saying that Microsoft crushes this stock, and maybe it does, but it doesn't mean it can't get some movements to the upside, right? So, we have this similar thing happening here, double bottom on the RSI. We have some exaggerated bullish divergence forming here on the daily. All right, we're still looking like we're making some negative momentum here, but it looks like it wants to round up, right? So it looks like it's just kind of consolidating. Actually, it's consolidating below the 20 EMA. However, we're still making higher lows than the lows we've made here, right? So it also looks kind of similar to Uber in that it could be making a inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we'll have to see how this plays out. But the weekly, let's go to the 3-day actually. So the 3-day chart, the oscillators look like they're trending up, right? So we're trending up on the RSI here. We're trending up on the stochastic RSI here. So I'm inclined to believe that we actually do actually make this reversal. Okay. Our positive momentum is weaning a little here, so that's maybe bearish a little bit, but we could actually just test back down here, make a double bottom, and then try to get out of here. We'll see how this goes, but we are in a downtrend, so make sure you guys set some tight stops on these types of trades. Okay. Let's look at gold real quick. Now I had this drawn out a while ago, but this kind of looks like it's doing exactly that. We might get a push to the upside. Let's look at our oscillators. Not quite yet. Looks like it's kind of doing some bearish stuff here. RSI kind of pointing down, stochastics pointing cross down, and making some negative momentum. Okay. We're not really showing any divergence just yet. Okay. Wow, thank you guys for joining the stream this evening. Yes, I know we do have something special to give away towards the end of the stream here tonight, and I appreciate all you guys joining and being part of the STP community. And without you guys, well, we wouldn't really be around, right? So we appreciate all you guys' support. And if you guys have any tickers you guys want me to cover, this is basically a free coaching session, right? So I know a couple of you guys that have joined the coaching session on Thursdays. We do them at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, and for all the Euros and everybody out there, we're gonna try to figure out when a good time to do a coaching session for you guys is. So definitely stay tuned for that. All right. I think I had a trade set up on Matic BTC. It was maybe a week ago I posted it, but it actually just hit. It actually just hit my one of my target take profit areas, okay, and broke out of this triangle as I had mentioned in the channel. All right, we nailed that 61.8% fib extension, and it looks like it's kind of pulling back right now, right? Which would make sense, you know, it just ran like 30%. So, although it does look like maybe a 3-bar play here on the daily, right? We got an igniting bar. We have our back test happening here, and then maybe some action back up. Maybe it does continue up, holding on to positive momentum. Okay. But just be careful trading Bitcoin pairs right now, as Bitcoin is dumping. So it could be a little slippery of a slope here with trading some of these altcoins. Okay. How you doing, Scrutinizer? Welcome to the stream tonight. Thanks for joining us. Okay. And I think I just posted. I posted Digibyte. I don't know if you guys had a chance to look at it. It did double bottom here on the weekly. Okay, you guys can see that we got a double bottom here. All right. Our RSI is in the bullish control zone. We are creating positive momentum. Looks poised to make a nice move to the upside. Okay, first Bitcoin that is. And Bitcoin looks terrible on the chart right now. All right. Great, great. RLC, this one is on a tear. I think I had posted a trade setup on this like in October 25th. I think I posted it on, and this was versus ETH, okay. And the measured move was like around 300% if we closed above this wick right here, which we did. So this thing is definitely going to continue running. You know, there's going to be pullbacks along the way, of course, but look how beautiful this is, this uptrend. Just holding on to the 20 EMA here. Yeah, so this obviously is a great coin to be holding long term. We just got our fibs in here. You know, it looks like we definitely made a double bottom down here, right? Our 618 fib extension is right around the 6,000 area. We probably see a pullback there. Obviously, that's our very clued in 61.8% retrace. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we don't really have too much here to cover aside from just a little bit more Bitcoin action. And let's take a look at that real quick. You know, I kind of drew this out. I think we get something like this. We get a little rejection here around 7,800 back test. This could be our potential bottom around 6,400. Okay. So I'll be definitely posting trade setups on this if this does play out, but it looks like it could kind of play out similarly here. It doesn't mean we actually get out of this channel. Okay. At this point, I'd consider this still to be bearish territory. We have a death cross here on the daily, and I think we actually have it on the 3-day too. All right. We are below all the moving averages. Okay. And the STP sell signal came in June 30th. Look at that. Perfection. All right. All right. So I think I'm going to do the giveaway here in a second. All right. So let's get that going. Alright, so here we go with the giveaway. I'm going to show you guys what I'm using here. So it's a random name picker, okay? Now these are all your guys' Discord names. I'm just going to pick a random name. Ready, go. Good luck to all. Alright, the winner is El Montagne. Congratulations. We will message you and get your details, and thank you so much for participating in our giveaway. And I will post this in our Discord. So thank you guys for participating in that, and make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And if you guys need some help learning TA or technical analysis, I do coaching sessions weekly here on Thursday evenings, 8:30 p.m. So definitely stay tuned for that. and we will be posting our new and improved indicator here next up in our static video about our bots, and you guys should be on the lookout for that. That's going to be some good stuff, where we got re-entry points and trailing take profits and all sorts of amenities here that all of our bot users would benefit from. Okay. Rigged. Okay. You guys have any other stocks or anything you guys want me to cover? I think we're gonna see touch on Tesla. Okay. To me, Tesla looks bearish, but let's look at it. Oh, what do you know? We hit that 886 fib extension and we're dumping, right? Let's look at the oscillators here. Yeah, we know we're top down on the RSI, positive movement at the top, stochastic RSI at the top, crossing down. Okay, that should give you some inkling as to what to do and how to play this. Okay. Here's your divergence that we're having showing on the oscillators. What do you know? We just hit the top of the trend line and we're dumping. So you could look for maybe a bounce here around that 323 area. But the point of control really looks like $300, right? Point of control really looks like $300 to me. So, this is a 3-day chart. So, looks like we're going to pull back. I mean, you got the 20 EMA trying to cross up. You got all the moving averages trying to cross up. But we're definitely going to be on board here for a retrace based on our oscillators. Okay. So let's look at what else do we got? QCOM was another one. I think some people wanted to touch on here. All right, so Qualcomm looks like bull pull, bull flag, and actually, this to me looks like a big cup and handle. I mean, it's going back since 2000. Okay, looks like we have our nice cup here. All right, and this is our handle. Continuation pattern. Into it. Wow. Looks like a great long-term stock. I mean, right? Huge uptrend. So let's look at the daily here. What are we showing on our oscillators? Well, looks like we're getting some sort of pullback. And it looks like it's in. Did they have earnings here or something? Is that what happened? Yeah, okay. So this is just an earnings. Let's look at this. Now, looks like we have a converging trend line here that kind of held this up. Okay. We had a bottom here. We have another bottom here. This should be a technical double bottom. But so it does kind of look wedgy to me, you know, like a rising wedge type deal. But get some targets on it. So if we go to our swing high, and we fib to our swing low, you know, we're just right above the 236 fib extension. We had weak price action. We couldn't get above the 50% retrace. Okay, so we could do something like this where we kind of round out another bottom here and make another attempt. Okay, let's look at our weekly oscillators. Yeah, our weekly oscillators look okay. Like, you know, we got this divergence happening here now after this little bit of a sell-off. Okay. Hope that kind of answers your question there, Matt. I'm going to go to TMO, Thermo Fisher. I think I spoke about this one. We were right at the neckline for a breakout. Thermo. Yeah, it looks like it broke out on the weekly. Maybe just a resting bar here. So what? Double bottom. Sitting in the bullish control zone. Okay. Volume kind of picking up. We're at all-time highs. All right. So yeah, I mean, look for a further push, right? Look for a further push here, I'd say. Maybe look at the daily. Let's look at the daily. Stochastics pointed up. Positive momentum kind of weaning a little bit, right? I mean, it looks like it's having trouble getting above here. But tomorrow could bring a gap up for it, right? If it breaks this resistance at 308. Looks like it bullishly engulfed here on Friday. All right. This to me looks cup and handle. All right. Okay. Let's look at ON. This one that that didn't really play out yet. This handle could take some time, right? We could even back test this 20 EMA, right? How the oscillator's looking right now on this. Okay, looks like we just crossed down. Okay. We created some positive momentum and rejected it, so we'll see what happens. This could potentially be, yeah, like a bounce right here, right? We got a bounce, so we got all these converging trend lines finding a bounce area here, so that's good. Let's look at NVIDIA. All right, NVIDIA. Critical area here, right? We're above all moving averages. We're about to cross up. This looks really bullish, guys. Okay. We have our RSI pointing up here. Our stochastic RSI pointing up. Looks like it had a good earnings. Okay. Had this double bottom. Let's pivot. Get some targets. All right. Well, we're right at the 618 fib extension. Okay. But it looks like a nice 4-bar play, right, on the weekly. We have our weekly bullish engulfing, resting candle, resting candle. This could potentially be a nice move if we get out. So maybe look for that move up, okay? To me, this looks like, well, maybe not. Let's go to the daily actually on this. All right, so the daily stochastics are pointing up. We're in the bullish control zone. Our positive momentum has weaned off a bit. However, we are at an area, well, it's rejected it like numerous times, right? Like 1 rejection, 2 rejections, 3 rejections, 4 rejections. We're just kind of sitting here now. Again, we're right at the 618 fib extension, so we're overall in an uptrend, right? But lost some value here in October. Let's look at AMD, right? That was a big play on AMD we had a couple weeks ago. This thing is still mid-breakout. Looks like it's pulling back. Okay, it looks like it's definitely gonna touch a 20 EMA. Okay, it looks like there's so much buying pressure up here. Look at this wick on the daily. Push this up, right? All right, so kind of testing that 50, kind of wicked off of it, just sitting around here right now. Okay. How the oscillator is looking, well, we're still kind of pulling back, right? So we could get a further pullback on AMD, okay? Right? Our RSI still, well, technically we're not overbought anymore, but our stochastic RSI are pointing down with separation. So that could mean we hit a serious resistance area, and we are pulling back. All right. Let's look at ACB. Now that whole wheat sector had a big move the other day, right? Let's go to the weekly. Now, this to me is one of two things. Either a bullish reversal doji or a resting 3-bar play continuation down. But I want to believe that this is a reversal doji, because the monthly is stochastically is about to cross up. We're at 38, 39 on the RSI, which is still kind of trending down, okay? But we're at that 382 fib extension. I even have it circled here. At 254 bullish reversal. This thing hit lower than that. It just wicked, but it wicked off, right? So the candle body technically is still above the 382 fib extension. Okay. Now we had an attempt at the 20 EMA. We didn't totally get there yet. Okay. In my opinion, we're definitely going to test it. Now I don't know if we're going to get it this week. I hope we get it this week, but we'll see how the markets play. I mean, like the S&P looks like it's about to come off a little. Man, Bitcoin's dumping right now, hard. 67. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Here we go on Bitcoin, guys. Get your shorts. Get those shorts on, man. We are at the bottom of the trend here on the channel, and there really isn't much buying happening down here. So we just broke it. 6,800 broke. Down she goes, man. This is for sure capitulation happening here. Okay. I mean, We haven't been, this hit 8 on the RSI, guys. And right now we're sitting at 20. Wow. Ethereum is dumping $138 Ethereum right now. We're looking for that key level around 125. All right. Anyone still have any questions about anything that I'm been covering lately, or any stocks that they want covered? $6,600, boys. We've hit the 66 threshold. Let's watch a 15-minute chart. And let's look at the oscillators, because they are oversold. Wow. We're literally right on the channel, guys. We're on it. Thank you guys for joining the stream tonight. We got 8 people watching right now, so thank you guys for joining. Make sure you guys hit that like, that bell, and that sub if you guys haven't done so already. And we'll catch you guys next week for another live stream. Until then, we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night.